My name is River, and I learned a long time ago that people respect money more than they respect effort. My daughter's husband taught me that lesson all over again. So your mom's coming to the anniversary party, right? I heard Cassidy say through the phone. I'd stopped by our house to drop off some groceries, and she was in the kitchen. I don't know, Tyler. Do we have to? My hand froze on the doorknob. Cass, I'm not trying to be rude, but your mom showed up to our wedding in a Kohl's dress. My parents asked what she does, and you said she works part-time at a community center. Do you know how that sounded? She raised me by herself, Tyler. She did her best. I'm sure she did, but this party's at the country club. My colleagues will be there. The Hendersons, the Bishops, people who matter. I just think it's better if she sits this one out. I stood there in the hallway like an idiot, holding a bag of oranges. She's my mom. And I'm your husband. Cass, I'm not saying she's a bad person. I'm saying she doesn't fit. She'll feel uncomfortable anyway. You're doing her a favor. I can't just not invite her. Then tell her it's adults only. Tell her it's small. Tell her whatever you want. But I'm not introducing my wife's mother to the managing partner of my firm when she's wearing clearance rack heels and talking about her little nonprofit gig. Cassidy went quiet for a long time. Okay. Thank you. I love you, but we're building something here. Image matters. Your mom's a sweet lady, but I don't know how to say this. Just say it. She's embarrassing. I'm ashamed to have her around people who actually accomplish something. I set the groceries down silently in the hallway and left. I didn't cry. I didn't yell. I just drove home and sat in my car for 20 minutes, staring at my steering wheel. The next morning, Cassidy called. Mom, about the anniversary party. It's fine, honey. No, it's not fine. I should have fought harder. Tyler he's under a lot of stress at work. Cassidy, do you think I'm embarrassing? Silence. Mom, you know I don't. That's not what I asked. You're my mom. I love you. But Tyler's family is different. They're used to a certain lifestyle, and I just think... You think I don't fit. I didn't say that. You didn't have to. She sighed. Can we not do this right now? I have a hair appointment. Sure, have fun. I hung up before she could say anything else. That afternoon, my business partner Denise called. River, the acquisition's moving faster than we thought. Patterson wants to close by the end of the quarter. That's aggressive. It's also $12 million. Your share would be 4.8 after splits. You still want to stay quiet about this? For now, yes. Even with your daughter? River, you're about to be a multi-millionaire. Why are you still driving that 2015 Honda? Because I like my Honda. You're insane. Probably, but I want to see something first. See what? How people treat me when they think I'm nobody. Denise laughed. That's the most River thing I've ever heard. Fine. But when Patterson announces the sale, your cover's blown. I know. I'm counting on it. 2 weeks later, Tyler called me directly. River, hey, it's Tyler. Listen, I wanted to apologize about the party thing. Cassidy told me you were upset. Did she? Yeah, and I felt bad. You're welcome to come. I overreacted. That's generous of you, Tyler. He missed the sarcasm completely. So, we're good? Also, I wanted to ask you something. Do you know anyone who might be hiring? Entry-level nonprofit stuff? My cousin Emma just graduated, and I figured with your connections... My connections. Yeah, you work with nonprofits, right? She's not picky about salary or anything, just needs something to pad her LinkedIn. To pad her LinkedIn, right. Thanks, River. You're a lifesaver. He hung up. That night, Cassidy texted. Tyler said you guys talked. Thank you for being understanding. I didn't reply. The anniversary party was exactly what I expected. Tyler spent the first hour introducing Cassidy to everyone who mattered, and me to no one. River, this is Gerald Bishop. Gerald, this is Cassidy's mother. Gerald shook my hand limply. Pleasure. What do you do? I work at a community center. Oh, that's nice. Volunteer work? Something like that. He turned back to Tyler. So, about that merger you mentioned. I drifted to the bar. A woman about my age was already there. You look like you'd rather be anywhere else, she said. That obvious? I'm Monica Henderson. My husband dragged me here. River Castellano. Wait, River Castellano? As in Castellano Consulting? My husband works in acquisitions. He mentioned your firm's being bought out. Said it was one of the biggest consulting deals this year. That's not you? It might be. She looked at me differently now. Does Tyler know? No. Does anyone here know? Not yet. Monica smiled slowly. Oh, this is delicious. How much? Enough. And you're letting him parade you around like hired help. I'm curious what he'll do with rope. Meaning? Meaning, people reveal themselves when they think you're powerless. I want to see how far he'll go. That's cold. That's practical. Tyler's voice called across the room. River, come meet the Sterlings. Monica touched my arm. I'd pay money to see his face when he finds out. Stick around. You might not have to. I walked over. Tyler had his arm around a silver-haired man. Richard Sterling, this is River. She's Cassidy's mom. Richard extended his hand. Pleasure. And what do you do, River? Before I could answer, Tyler jumped in. River works with underprivileged communities. It's really admirable work. Richard's expression shifted. I see. Well, that's certainly valuable. The dismissal was immediate. Tyler registered it with satisfaction. River's very dedicated, Tyler continued. She's been doing it for years. Never really pursued anything more ambitious, but she's happy. That's wonderful. Excuse me, I see the Martins. He walked away. Tyler turned to me, smiling. See? That wasn't so bad. No, it wasn't. You just have to know how to present yourself. Is that what you were doing? Presenting me? I was helping you, River. Richard Sterling doesn't have time for long explanations. I gave him the summary. The summary? Yeah. Look, I know you're sensitive about this stuff, but in rooms like this, you need someone to vouch for you. Otherwise, people just write you off. Like you did? His smile faltered. That's not fair. Isn't it? Cassidy appeared. Everything okay? Fine, Tyler said quickly. Your mom and I were just talking. Cassidy looked between us. Mom, are you having fun? I'm learning a lot. What does that mean? It means I'm seeing things clearly. 3 days later, Cassidy called crying. Mom, Tyler lost his job. My hands went cold. What happened? Performance-related. Mom, we can't make the mortgage. We have maybe 2 months of savings. What about severance? There wasn't one. He was still in probation. She was sobbing. We're going to lose the house. Can you help us? Maybe a loan? A few thousand? How much do you need? 15,000 would cover 2 months. I'll think about it. Mom, please. I wouldn't ask if we weren't desperate. I said I'll think about it. Can I come over tomorrow? Of course. She showed up at 10, exhausted. We sat at my kitchen table. Tyler doesn't know I'm asking you for money. He'd be humiliated. Would he? Mom, don't start. He's proud. He worked hard to get where he was. And where was that? She looked up sharply. What's that supposed to mean? It means I'm trying to understand who your husband is. The man at the anniversary party was stressed. You don't understand our world. Your world. Yes, where people judge you based on what you've accomplished, not just showing up. I took a breath. Is that what you think? That I've just been showing up? I meant you and Tyler come from different places. He's ambitious. You've always been content with less. Content with less. Please don't make this harder. Can you loan us the money or not? When did she start seeing me through Tyler's eyes? No. Her face went white. What? I'm not loaning you money. Mom, we're going to lose everything. Then lose it. How can you say that? I'm your daughter. And you're asking your embarrassing mother, who never accomplished anything, to save your ambitious husband's house. I never said you were embarrassing. You didn't have to. You agreed with him when he said it. I was trying to keep the peace by throwing me under it. She stood up. You've never understood what it takes to build a real life. Get out. What? Get out of my house, Cassidy, now. She grabbed her purse and left. The door slammed. An hour later, Tyler called. River, what the hell? Cassidy came home crying. You refused to help us? That's correct. We're going through hell. I lost my job. We have a mortgage. I understand perfectly. Then how can you abandon your own daughter? I'm not abandoning anyone. I'm declining to enable you. I need help, not a lecture. What you need is to figure out who you are without a title. That's easy for you to say. You never had a title. Didn't I? I know who you are. You work at a community center, making 50 grand. You depart. That's reality. Is it? Yes, there's no shame in being ordinary, but don't pretend you're something you're not. I'm not pretending anything. Then what are you doing? I'm watching you doing. He laughed. Cassidy was right about you. What did Cassidy say? That you've always been bitter about not making something of yourself, that you resent people who did, and defended you. How noble. So you're letting your daughter lose her home because I hurt your feelings? No, Tyler. I'm letting you face consequences because you're a small man who measures people by their salary. You're really something. Yes, I am. He hung up. 4 days later, Patterson Industries formally acquired Castellano Consulting for $14 million. Monica Henderson called me laughing. River, Tyler's probably reading it right now. Probably. Are you going to call him? No. I'm going to let him sit with it. Tyler called 3 hours later. You're River Castellano. The River Castellano who just sold her company for $14 million. Yes. Long silence. Why didn't you tell anyone? I didn't see the need. You let me treat you like you were nobody. I am nobody. To you. That's what you showed me. River, I didn't know. And that matters why? Because if I'd known who you were, you'd have treated me differently. That's exactly the problem. I don't understand. You think people are worth what they appear to be worth. You don't know how to value someone who doesn't fit your definition of success. That's not true. You were ashamed of me, Tyler. You didn't want me around people who actually accomplished something. I was wrong. Yes, but not for the reason you think. It never occurred to you that I might have accomplished more than you ever will. His voice cracked. I'm sorry. I know. Can we fix this? No. River, please. I'll apologize to everyone. You'll apologize because you found out I'm rich, not because you hurt someone who mattered. What about Cassidy? Are you really going to lose her over this? I already lost her, the minute she chose you over me. She loves you. She loves the version of me that doesn't make her uncomfortable, but I'm done being that version. So what happens now? You figure out who you are when you're not someone's boss, and Cassidy figures out if she married a partner or a resume. And you? I'm going to live my life, the one I built without anyone's permission. River. Goodbye, Tyler. Cassidy called an hour later. Mom, Tyler told me about your company. Why didn't you tell me? Would it have changed anything? She didn't answer. I don't know. That's the problem. Mom, I'm sorry. We were wrong about you. You were wrong about what matters. Can we start over? No. Please, you're my mom. And you're my daughter. But I'm not going to teach you how to love someone by letting you come back because I became worth it. You should have thought I was worth it when you believed I had nothing. I always thought you were worth it. No, Cassidy. You thought I was embarrassing. You said I've never understood what it takes to build a real life. Her voice was barely a whisper. He told you that? He did, and I don't blame him. He's young and stupid. But you? You knew who raised you, and you still chose to see me through his eyes. Mom. I love you, Cassidy. I always will. But I can't be in your life right now. Maybe not ever. Because every time I look at you, I'll remember the daughter who was ashamed of me. She was crying. Please don't do this. I already did. You both did. I'm just living with the consequences. I hung up. 3 months later, I ran into Cassidy at the grocery store. We stood there in produce, two strangers who used to be family. How are you? She asked. Good. You? We moved. Smaller place. Tyler's working at his dad's firm. I hope it works out. Mom. I have to go, Cassidy. Wait, I just wanted to say, I understand now why you did it. Do you? You were teaching us something. No, I was protecting myself. There's a difference. I walked past her. She didn't follow. That night, I sat on my porch and thought about what matters. Not money or titles or respect. What matters is knowing that when people think you're powerless, they'll show you their truth. And the hardest part isn't cutting them off. It's realizing you raised someone who thought power mattered more than love. If your child married someone who looked down on you for having less, and you found out you could have helped them but chose not to, would you have done what I did? Or would watching them struggle feel worse than the betrayal?